Okay, now as we get into the first verse of this song, we're going to do, first of all, two things. We're going to see that the chords are the same, so it's E and A. E7 and A7, I believe, are what the chords are. One chord chart I saw just shows E and A, but they're major chords, and so all we're doing, if you can't play the groove, if you're just beginning and you're trying to stay with it, then the first job for you is to just maintain that groove, okay? Kind of listen to the drummer, and if you just have to play, that'll work. If that's what the drummer's playing, by the way. Okay, so you've got to stay with the groove. That's your first job. Our first job as musicians and players, bass players, is to really just kind of stay with our part and stay with the band, really. Okay, so if you're beyond that and you want to try these licks here, a lot of you have asked for it, so asked to see how these verses are played. So here we go. The first part is, it's just we're using these, let me make sure I could see, yes. Okay, we're using these notes. Open E, F, sharp, open E, F sharp, then G, then G sharp, and then A. Now you can use the A on the 5th fret or the A, the open A. Now I use the 5th fret, but that's up to you really. So here we go. Then the second part is A, C sharp, D, B, D, D sharp. I'm sorry, yes, E. So D, D sharp, E. It's very early in the morning, sorry. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you this very slowly. First verse, and by the way, there are two versions I know of Hillsong doing this song. They're played a little bit differently, but this will work. This is the one I did on my video for, so this is the lick I'm going to use. Okay, so the first part is we get into the first verse. Okay, so once again, the E is, I'm sorry. Alright, so E, E, F sharp, E, G, G, E, G, G sharp, A. Alright, this is the reason why I use the fretted A, because it just goes right into it. So here we go. Alright, that's the going from the E to the A. So what we're doing is, I want to make sure that on your fingering, and the reason why I stopped there is because my fingering was different. I want to make sure that whenever you're doing the song, that you're learning not only the notes, but you maintain a consistent fingering. Especially if you're new to this. If you've done this kind of thing before and you're pretty comfortable just kind of throwing this lick together, then the fingering isn't as important because your brain is already kind of geared to improvising in that way. But if you're new to this, then try to get a solid fingering. I have to do that if I'm learning a new song. I need to make sure that my fingerings are consistent. This way it gives my brain one less job to do when I'm performing the song. Okay, so once again from the E. Alright, so what I'm using is E, index finger, G, E, G, middle finger on G sharp, sliding up to the A on my middle finger. And then the notes I'm going to use for the A are C sharp, A, D, A, or A, and then I go to B, alright, D, D sharp, E, E. Alright, then we're going to start the whole thing over again. So the D, 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 B, then I guess I'll use my index finger on the D, B, D, D sharp, E, E. All right? So let's walk through this completely. All right, so what I'm going to encourage you to do is to work this slowly. If that was too fast, which it may be, that's totally fine. Work it very slowly. In other words, practice this lick at a speed at which you can practice it perfectly. Okay, so that means get a nice tone, hit each note, use your fingering. Shouldn't try to talk when I'm... Alright, so just work it very slowly. Do it with me if you want. Okay, so we're gonna, once you get that, you keep speeding it up. Okay, speed up. All right, so that is one lick that's used on that. The truth is, you can actually, if you listen to the other version, you can use the same lick. I think the bass player uses a similar lick that he uses in the intro. He'll use that sometimes in the verse. They both work because they're the same chords, E and A, E major, A major, or E7, A7, however it's written on your chord chart. So those are that's pretty much the lick. The other thing you could do, just some variations, you could start on the high E. You could just go from E, E, D, C sharp, B, then A. So A, G, F sharp, F, then E. Then you could start that first lick that we did. Okay, so now when they have that break, and they do, that's just A, G, E. All right, and then we go to so once again, so A, G, E. Okay, now the last thing is just going into the pre-chorus is a B. Dun, dun, dun. Those are just eighth notes. Then A. Then B again. Now the chorus. My Redeemer. Okay. Alright, so my Redeemer lives. Then to C sharp. My Redeemer lives. Then to B. Okay, my Redeemer lives. Then A, then C sharp, then B. Or you can play your B down here, however you want. Okay, so it's good to know it everywhere. It's really good to know that B everywhere on the neck. So if you need to find this B, or this B, then that's great. Whatever you got to do. All right, so let's walk through that one more time here and just kind of show the different variations. So I'm going to do two of the first variation and on the verse, and then I'll throw in the second one and see if we can walk through this a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. we go into the pre-chorus, which is B, or there, then A, or there, then B again, my Redeemer live. Then to the C sharp, or here, so you can do it up on the 9th fret of your E, or the 4th fret of your A, then B. All right, so then there's a bridge, which starts on a D. Let me look at that. I got that on my phone here. Let's see. Right, so the bridge is just D, then C sharp, then E, then F sharp. I'm dancing on the mountaintop to see your kingdom come. Okay, then A, then B. So I think those parts are pretty self-explanatory. It's more about the licks. So I hope that helps. Please shoot me an email if you have any other questions. I know that a lot of you have to do this song this week, so I have a slower week happening. So shoot me an email if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, have a great Easter.